Hello everyone. In this video, we're going to be covering the basics of HTML. I'm going to explain what is HTML, what are tags, attributes, and elements. If you guys want to follow along, I suggest installing Brackets. It's a great web development IDE, and it's the one I'm currently using right now. The cool thing about it is that it allows you to view your changes in real time. Let me just write something. Chris is here. As you can see, it creates a local server for your HTML and it runs at real time. Let me get rid of this. Okay, now let's define HTML. Okay, so what does HTML stands for? HTML stands for Hypertext Markup Language. And it's basically the main language we use for developing, for web development. HTML consists of tags which tell the browser how to display our text. So by itself, HTML can only achieve very basic static pages or basic websites. So without further ado, let's go over the index file I have, the HTML file here. So in this template, we'll see the main structure of the HTML. The first tag is the doctype tag, and it's just basically only for the browser, for it to know the version of the HTML. For example, doctype is for HTML5. And the second is the HTML tag, which is the main structure. This tells the browser where does the document start, or your HTML code. Then we have head, which consists of, we have the head tag, which consists of all the metadata that the browser has to know about your HTML. For example, any linking, if you want to add external files like your scripts or your other resources, you'll have it here. And we have a title tag, and the title tag is just the title of your web page. Let's just write a title, tutorial. So you can see right here, we have the title tutorial, and then we have the body element, the body tag, and this is where the content of your HTML file will be. So the majority of your code is going to be inside here. So all these tags have a opening tag and a closing tag. Now that we know this, let's start creating some HTML tags. So let's create a paragraph tag or a paragraph element. We start with angle brackets, P for the paragraph, and the IDE does it for us. And we want to write the content inside. This is a paragraph. And we just created an element. This whole line right here is considered a HTML element because it's the tag name and the content together. So this is a whole element. Whereas the P for paragraph is just the tag name. Okay, so now we have our element. This is paragraph. But now let's say we don't want just to have a plain text. We want to give it some styling. So in order to do this, we have to use the style attribute. And attributes are a way of giving the elements more information, or giving them special properties. So let's go ahead and style our element. So we go over here, it has to be in the starting tag, and we use the style attribute. So as you can see, its style equals the name of the attribute and then equal, and then you assign that attribute value. In this case, we're using styles, so we want to, let's say we want to style the color of the element. So we write color, and our IDE is prompting us which color we want to use. Let's go with blue. And as you can see, we changed the color of the element to blue. We could even go further. Let's say we want to center our content. So this is paragraph. We want it to be center of the page. So we go here, we do a semicolon because we want to add another styling, and we write text line, and we go center, and we align the content to the center of in this case is the paragraph element, which is currently taking up the whole width of the page. Okay, so now let's go ahead and create another element. In this case, let's use a heading element for the header H5, and we write this is a header. Yeah, heading. I meant to say heading. So in HTML we have 6 types of headings, and let's try them. H1. So this is the first type. Second type. As you can see, the higher you go, the smaller the text becomes. And we could also style this element, style tag, text align. Let's go center, and let's give it a color of red. We could also increase the size by font size, and we give it 25 pixel. We have to specify the unit. In this case, we're going pixels. Yeah, we could also use the break element, the break tag, to go to a new line. Okay, it's break. See, we break the line. We break to the next line. We could bold by using the bold element. Yeah, hold on. Yeah, that should have bolded the text, but since I guess it's a heading element, it probably was already bolded. So let's bold the paragraph. So bold. Let's just write bolded text. We can also use the span element. This text doesn't create a new line. Let's show this by create another span. Hello. As you can see, it doesn't create another break as the paragraph does, and the span doesn't. Okay, let's show another attribute. So in this case, let me just move this a little bit. Let's add the title attribute and say this is a title. Wait, let me fix this. And yeah, so now when I go over to this is a heading. Come on, give it a second. Yeah, so now we mouse over it, it will say this is a title. And that was the title attribute. There are way more attributes than this. I just show a couple and a couple of the basic elements. These are the basics. I just touched the surface, and hopefully you guys learn a few things about HTML. In my next video, I'll probably go more in depth and talk about a little bit about CSS. So I'll recommend to subscribe if you want to see that, and give this video a like if you enjoyed this video, and thanks for watching.